Hi everyone, before we go into the podcast, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm super grateful for your continued loyalty and support. If you could do me a quick favour, if you could give me a review on Apple Podcasts, it really helps the algorithm and it will help this podcast go up the lists. If there are any subjects or topics that you want me to cover, then please do reach out to me on DM on LinkedIn and I will do my best to find the best guest for that subject or topic. This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This podcast will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from my life. And I hope you'll have a few aha moments on this journey. Today I'm going to talk about online marketing and offline marketing. So I've been talking to a lot of people about marketing. I've been talking to my coachees. I've been talking to a marketing expert who's been doing some coaching with me. And it's really interesting that there is now such an over-reliance on online digital marketing that people forget that the old ways sometimes can be the best ways. So let me give you a clear example of the difference. Online marketing or digital marketing is Facebook ads, is organic posts on LinkedIn, is a podcast, I suppose. And this type of marketing and lead generation is really important in 2021. It's a really, really important thing that you should be able to include. So, for example, I was talking to one of my coachee clients and he was saying, I really want to do Facebook ads because it gives you such you can dive straight into the demographic that you want to speak to and you can see it and measure it. And then I was talking to another one of my coaching clients and he was saying, I really think the only way for me to really do this is Facebook ads again. And equally, I spoke to someone selling me something today, and they were talking about a whole digital strategy where you reach out to email, where you reach out to text message, to phone calls, to social media posts on LinkedIn, Facebook, etc., 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 and this whole sales funnel and marketing funnel to be able to get digital traction. But I also think there is still a place for offline marketing. I'm sure I've probably got the wrong term, but what I mean is non-digital marketing. So, for example, I was talking to one of the coaches and he was talking about a particular situation, and I was talking to him about leaflets or letters or brochures or little cards to hand out, billboards, paper advertising, local paper, regional paper, national paper. And for me, I think these things that you do are sometimes forgotten now, but can be really powerful. The prime example of offline marketing is word of mouth. Now, the trust you've created with word of mouth means that any sort of lead generation is going to be massive compared to a Facebook ad. So I think we should all think about different strategies of how to make your marketing / lead generation / sales be really impactful and really meaningful. And I think you guys out there should go a bit old school from time to time. I'll give you the last example that I'm going to give you today. In property, there are multiple ways to market to be able to get properties, to buy properties, either for other people or for yourself. The one that is the most important at the moment is what they call direct to vendor, which is letters sent to the owners of the properties trying to make a deal outside of estate agents. And this again just shows me the power of building relationships, starting conversations to an element. This type of marketing for property is a little bit old school, and it is cold calling through a letter. But these ways, I think I don't want to sound old, because I really do believe that digital marketing has its place and is really powerful. But I think you shouldn't necessarily forget the old ways that we used to do things. Going in and speaking to estate agents face to face rather than calling them or emailing them, or going on Rightmove or Zoopla or On the Market, whatever it is. Sometimes just going in, speaking to an estate agent, building up a relationship, and then being able to give you the properties before they come on market is so powerful. So yes, have your digital marketing strategy, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're a property investor, whether you're a small business. Think about your digital marketing, but I would challenge you to think about offline as well, because it can build relationships differently. And people have now, I genuinely believe this, the community that's happening on social media is our want and desire to connect with people. And a lot of the offline marketing tactics that I'm talking about, phoning people up, going in and seeing them, builds relationships and builds them stronger. And you will actually stand out more by doing those things and building those relationships by doing this marketing offline. So I hope you enjoyed that today. It was a bit of a rant, I suppose, but it was more that I think people shouldn't forget different types of marketing and the role that they all have. And if you're being sold digital marketing as the only way forward, I think you need to rethink and think about what other ways you could do it. All right, guys, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you supporting the channel, supporting the podcast, downloading, subscribing. I love you all, and I will be back soon on the next podcast release. Thanks a lot, guys.